Not. All right, we are live. Hey guys, it's Lo. We are at Jubilee Academies again today for another one of our amazing Jubilee field trips. And we are at the Westwood campus with Principal Frade. How are you?
Very good.
Good. I'm so happy to meet you and to have you on this live stream today. We're going to talk about all kinds of amazing things that you guys have going on at Jubilee Academies. But the number one thing is enrollment. They are now enrolling for their 2022-2023 school year, pre-K through 12.
Eighth grade.
Here at the Westwood campus, though, it's pre-K through 8th grade, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so talk us through some of like the awesome programs that you guys have featured here at Westwood campus for those preschoolers through 8th grade.
Definitely. So we do have several programs that we offer here at the Westwood campus. We started a chef program 3 years ago, and it was originally an after-school program for any elementary, middle school student that was interested in culinary. But then we shifted to just pre-K last year, and I'm very excited that this school year we're actually including pre-K all the way to 2nd grade. So in their classrooms on Fridays, they're actually learning about nutrition, they're reading recipes. We have little kiddos actually learning how to cut with plastic knives and trying new foods. And so that's one of our amazing programs that we do have to offer here at Jubilee Westwood, which also kind of works out because one of our sister campuses, which is Lakeview, they have a culinary program in high school. So we're trying to get them already exposed to the culinary industry and excited about it so that can be an option for them as they go to high school.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, the other thing that we started this school year is project-based learning.
Okay.
So our teachers went through in-depth training at the beginning of the school year, and then throughout the school year, we've had PBL days. And so all of our classrooms are basically leading these project-based learning activities in the classrooms. They're cross-curricular. It's no longer just lecture or handouts, it's more hands-on experiences for our kids. And so last week, actually the week before, right before spring break, we even had our middle school kiddos outside learning about the solar system and putting themselves out as if they were parts of the planets and the solar system. So that was really cool seeing.
Yeah, absolutely. And me being a very hands-on learner myself, I remember, as a kid, like really wanting a little bit more of that, like getting kind of bored sitting in that chair in that classroom, just trying to retain as much information as possible. But you know how it is as a kid, like you want to get up and be active. So I think that's a really, good way to kind of like put two and two together and give them a different way to retaining that information. And
I 100% agree. And I think it was perfect timing as well, because the last 2 years, with COVID and having to do distance learning, face-to-face, going back and forth, it was a struggle. Yeah. And so now that this year has been pretty much our new normalcy, everyone's back on campus, it's been exciting to see more hands-on.
Sure.
It's not just lecture books.
Right.
Of course we love books, but the handouts, the worksheets, it's more hands-on for them.
Absolutely. I love that. And I want to go back to the culinary thing really quickly, because I think that's such a good life skill for people to learn just in general, like, take care of yourself. That was one thing, like, I really wished, my schools would have really put an emphasis more on, like, there was like cooking classes and stuff like that, but it wasn't like a mandatory thing that you should do, and I know that this is kind of an elective in a way as well, but being really hands-on and showing, kids at a young age how to properly cut things so that they're safe in the kitchen and all of that stuff. Plus, they can cook for you when they get home. You know what I mean? Like, and that, forget about worried about dinner. The kids got it now.
That's the goal. So we're having our students go home and share with their parents. Guess what? I tried an avocado. Some of them had never tried an avocado. They've had like Greek yogurt, things, different ingredients that they've never tried at home. And so you're exposing them. And some of them like the taste. Some of them like, forget that. Yeah. But they're able to take what they learn here and show their parents at home. And we're going to have a showcase too and a graduation at the end. I've partnered up with the Culinary Institute of America. Last year they came over and they did a graduation with the chef instructors, and they gave them a toe pad and a certificate and a spatula for our pre-K kiddos. So it was so exciting to see the excitement, from them, because they're the future chefs.
Absolutely.
And so, that's something that we're going to go ahead and do as well for this school year for our pre-K through 2nd.
I love that. And San Antonio is such a huge culinary city too, where it's just like it makes sense.
Yes,
like it's 100% something that would be, you know, a curriculum in,
Right.
you know, a school in San Antonio. But again, so we're at Jubilee Academies. It is a tuition-free charter school. So the closest thing you would get to like private school without the expensive cost, right?
You know, I love that you say that because during some of the tours that I have here with parents, I walk them throughout the campus and I basically say it's like that same feel. It's a small campus, 2 hallways, one for elementary, one for middle school. But the thing about here is that we're very, very close. We call each other the wolf pack. We're the wolves. And we love having that nurturing environment here for our staff, our students, and our parents coming in. And I just had a tour a little while ago.
I know. I walked in on it, and she sounded like they were going to be new students here at Jubilee.
Yes.
So fingers crossed.
I even had them go into the classrooms. The pre-K student didn't want to leave. She wants to be in the classroom already. So
I think that's going to be a good one. By the way, when you left, they were just like, "Oh, I want to go here. I want to go here." So hopefully we got 2 new ones today. But yeah, we're talking about enrollment for the 2022-2023 school year. If you are watching, make sure you head over to energy941.com right now because we are going to give away that free Chromebook courtesy of Jubilee Academies. We'll do that at the end of the live stream, but you still have time to enroll as well as get hooked up with that Chromebook. But yeah, so the Westwood campus is pre-K through 8th. The Jubilee Academies, they include pre-K through 12th grade.
Yes.
And like you said, there's a lot of things that kind of go hand in hand because it is all one big family.
Right.
So
and going back to that, so Jubilee Lakeview, that's our sister campus. And so one thing that we do offer, sometimes we have a pre-K and 6th grade student, but then they have a 9th grade student. So they don't want to leave Westwood just yet. So we do offer some transportation.
Okay.
So that, let's say the 9th grade student wants to go to Lakeview already for high school, but stay with Jubilee, we offer that transportation.
I love that.
So the parent just drops them off, all
Super
3 of them
easy.
here, and then we take the other one in high school.
See, easy on the families, easy on the drop off because that's the thing too. You know, you have kids that are maybe a few years spread apart, and it's like you're spending half of your day just dropping off and picking up,
And
right?
more traffic? No.
Yeah, no, thank you.
No,
So
thank you.
with Jubilee Plus, with the option of choosing which campus you want to enroll your child in, it makes things a lot easier. So say the Westwood campus is closer to, you know, your work or your home, and then you go to work. Like being able to pick that campus and kind of curating your drive, you know, it makes things a lot easier. Plus, again, this is the closest thing you're going to get to private school learning without having to pay that tuition fee, with it being the charter school. So very, very awesome. Very, very cool. I know you guys are featuring the culinary programs, but what other maybe like extracurriculars or like sports that you guys have here on this campus?
So we do have our athletic department. Our middle school kiddos are the ones that participate in the athletic program. They do volleyball, basketball, soccer, and flag football. This school year, our elementary kids were like, what about us? So we're gonna do 2 clinics on a Saturday, one in April and one in May. And we're gonna have our middle school athletes come and support and have a full day clinic for our elementary kids. So we're gonna do April's volleyball, and then May, I wanna say it's basketball, if I'm not mistaken. And so we wanna include our elementary, but also empower our middle school kiddos to take on that leadership role in the clinic. So we're excited about that. The other thing I wanted to mention is that we are in the process of a redesign of our campus. And so next school year, we're going to be doing innovation, which is a PBL, but also the arts, which brings in the culinary arts, our CTE program, which is hospitality tourism. I can't really say this yet, but we're thinking about possibly doing intro to culinary arts already in 8th grade so that we can also
shift them into the next
for high school. And then fine arts. So we do have theater arts, and this school year is our first production that we're going to have. And we're going to do The Big Bad Wolf, which makes sense.
Obviously.
It does, you know. So that's our first production, and we're going to consider that for next year.
Love it. That's awesome. So lots of fun stuff to get your kiddos into here at the Westwood campus and just at Jubilee in general. You know, again, they are focusing on that enrollment, right? So 2022-2023 school year. Also with that, it means you're going to have to maybe hire some more people, right? To you know, be able to handle the new I guess, class of kids coming in. So
Definitely.
what does that look like? Maybe someone is watching, maybe they want to, you know, get their students enrolled, but they're also in the, you know, education field. Like, could they apply? Is there stuff open?
Oh yes, we have vacancies right now. We are looking for a secondary math teacher currently.
Okay.
So that would be a math teacher for 6th, 7th, and 8th, and also a special ed teacher. So we do have one special ed teacher, but we do have a bigger caseload, so we're going to be now hiring a second special ed teacher.
Okay.
So those are 2 vacancies that we have currently here at Westwood. But as we continue to grow and enroll more students, we're definitely going to be having more vacancies and more positions available.
I think I did see a question pop up
Yeah.
on the live stream. What do you guys do to help maybe like some autistic children that come in that enroll?
Depending on what their needs are, we look
Mhm.
at their IEP and see how we can provide those services and their needs.
Mhm.
So it just depends on
What it
what's
is.
on there. Yes, but we work with our co-op department and our special ed department, and we work together, we collaborate and find
To
what's
curate,
best.
yeah,
Yes,
the
how we're
best
gonna
plan
meet
for
their
them.
needs. Yes.
Absolutely. That's great. I love
And
that.
the thing is also is that because we're a smaller campus, I think we have had students with autism, because I saw autism on there. We've had students with autism really adapt and be able to adapt really well with the campus because it's smaller.
Right.
It's not a huge.
It's not overwhelming.
It's not
Sure.
overwhelming.
Absolutely. Yeah. So again, you get that one-on-one
Mhm.
learning a lot more here
Yes.
at Jubilee because the ratio, the
Right.
teacher to student ratio is a lot smaller.
And even though, so our classrooms their capacity would be 25 to 1, but it also depends on the grade level. And then we also have our special teachers, our interventionists, our paras that are also available to support and provide that smaller.
Absolutely.
setting.
And I'm not sure how far back you guys start getting kids, ready for college, but I know some of my other field trips that I've done, especially on that high school level, it's a lot of one-on-one, like, I'm going to help you fill out, your application. I'm going to help you fill out for tuition. Scholarships. FAFSA. Yeah, there we go. I haven't been in college in like 10 years. Can you tell? But yeah, there's more to just the ratio, right?
Yes.
There's the one-on-one learning, but there's also that one-on-one help and guidance as well.
It's also those life skills that you mentioned earlier. So we actually had a great conversation a couple weeks ago. It was a group of teachers, and it was during a campus needs assessment meeting. And we talked about how, and this is overall, not just here in San Antonio, Texas, all over the world. We get students that are dropping out in 8th grade or in high school, or they go to college, but they don't matriculate and finish college. And it's because they're missing some of those life skills that they need. And so we were thinking here of creating some sort of either a club or even like an enrichment class where we start teaching them interviewing skills, resume skills, like you said, applications, so that they are able to understand the processes.
What a credit score means.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. How to write a check. Because we forgot how to do that.
Yeah.
The other day, there was somebody writing for a mail. Like, they were actually the correspondent. They didn't remember how to address a mail. Yeah. Like an envelope. So like, okay, those are some of the skills we need to go back.
Make sure we teach.
Yes. Yes, definitely.
Absolutely. I think that's awesome. It's so important. Like, you could Google anything, but like being able to like do it every day and it just become like natural for you, I think is super important, especially now that we're in such a tech world and things are just at our fingertips. Like, those little things that you still have to do on the day to day, if you're in like the real world, regular world, like some of these kids aren't learning, and it's important that we
Yes. And so that was a really great conversation that we had. So that's something we are going to be putting in place. And I think we do have an after school program called Access. And in that program, there are tutoring sessions, but also enrichment clubs. And so that's when we kind of bring in those types of classes.
Right on. Love it. So obviously a lot of amazing things happening at Jubilee Westwood campus, at Jubilee Academies in general, and you guys should be a part of it. They are now enrolling for the 2022-2023 school year, pre-K through 12. And hey, listen, if you are in education, maybe you're looking for, a different career path in education, or maybe you're just looking for your next opportunity, Jubilee Academies is also hiring as well to, fulfill those needs that they're going to have with full enrollment, hopefully the next school year. But let's go ahead and announce our Chromebook winner today. Drum roll. John Steen, congratulations. You just got hooked up with a free Chromebook courtesy of Jubilee Academies. So thank you so much for entering and checking out Jubilee. If you guys are interested, you can get that, hooked up with that free Chromebook, just going to energy941.com and check out Jubilee Academies. They are now enrolling for their 2022-2023 school year. I want to say thank you to Principal Frade for hanging out with us today. It was so nice meeting you and checking out this beautiful campus here at Jubilee. And yeah, we'll catch you guys on the final field trip this Thursday. All right, we'll see you then. Bye.